Hey everybody, so I made it to Washington DC and got in my hotel room. It's a pretty nice place. It's actually a lot better than I expected it to be or needed it to be, but luckily my friend Norm in Phoenix, he set me up with this really cool place here at the Marriott. So thanks a lot to Marriott and to Norm for this great living experience for the last few days. Anyway, I'm here for just a few more hours, and I'm headed back south now to North Carolina for a couple days before I head up to Boston to see Andrew. It's been really fun here in DC. The people have been pretty nice. There's been a few things that I have to get used to that I haven't really ever experienced living in the, I guess on the west side of the United States. One is there's no parking at all here in DC, at all. There's curb parking and there's parking garages, and so it's if you want to go to the grocery store, you have to pay an extra $10 just to go park your car, and then just here at the hotel, it's a really nice hotel, but it has no parking garage except for one that costs $40, and I'm not really into paying $40 for parking. So anyway, so I had to hope for something on the street, and usually there's not something. Otherwise, I had to park way down the street at a parking garage. It's $10. So anyway, it kind of sucks, but that's I guess how things go in DC. So another thing is they have curbside parking all along the streets, but there's actually no spot on the curb for them to park. So it's really they're parking in the middle of the street. And so you'll be driving down a main road, and all of a sudden there's a car parked in your lane, and so you have to move over. It's kind of strange and kind of frustrating. But anyway, I guess that's kind of how things go. Also, you have to pay for grocery bags or sacks. If you go to a store, you have to pay per bag, which is kind of a cool idea, because then maybe people won't waste plastic and paper bags so much, but at the same time it's kind of annoying because I don't really have one with me at the moment. So yeah, but that's a cool idea, I guess. But it's a beautiful place, very historic, and there's very few chain things. It's really cool that everything's very original. All the restaurants are very cool. I went to this place called the Bayou the other day, and it was amazing. It had New Orleans style food, and it was if you ever, I think it was Pennsylvania and 26th or something like that. If you're ever in DC, I would recommend going to the Bayou for sure. It was a really good restaurant. Spent a few days with Dan and his wife Stephanie. They had a baby on Thursday, so congratulations to them. Her name is Frankie, and Francesca is her full name, Frankie for short. But she is definitely unbiasedly cute, as we were trying to decide. And yeah, she's for sure a cute baby. So congratulations to Dan and Stephanie on that. I got to spend a lot of time at Walter Reed Medical Center whenever because that's where she had her baby at. It was interesting going through there because I've never really spent much time around a military base, I guess, and so it was interesting to be there and to see the level of military that goes through there, and then also that's the primary location of where they have all of the injured war vets. They come in to Walter Reed here in DC, and that's where they get most of their medical stuff. So although we were there having for a baby, there's people there who have had limbs that they've lost, or serious injuries, any kind of trauma. And so seeing all that and seeing the effects of war basically has on all these people, and they're all here in DC for the most part, seeing that was kind of a mind-opening experience. So yeah, it kind of, especially right now, being the holidays, I guess it kind of shows you, the sacrifice that these people have made for us to be able to, live here in the United States and be free. Big thank you to them and for all the sacrifices they've done. So yeah, so that's it for this time around. Be sure and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, and go ahead and donate to the Kickstarter campaign if you can. That's really important, so we can keep this funding and going. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you in Boston. Thanks.